Alright, welcome back. I thought I'd do a kinda quick, but probably not quick video on the fastest high-level methods to train all skills in RS3. So I'll be covering every skill that I can think of and the fastest ways to level it. These are not necessarily the fastest way, but a collection of ways. These methods are aimed at probably higher level players who want to just get the most XP per skill rather than leveling all the way from 1. I actually forgot that there were so many skills to cover. Anyway, let's get on to the methods. Combat and Prayer. I see the highest XP per hour for leveling combat is Vyres. It seems that these guys are good for training pretty much all combat and also prayer and firemaking. And the drops from these guys are pretty decent as well. You can expect about 800k combat XP on these if you focus on one. And with a Sun Spear you can get 450k prayer XP per hour as well here. Prayer. If you don't want to just sit on Vyres, you can use the Powder of Burials from Het's Oasis, which gives 250% XP for 30 minutes, and then just grab some high-level bones like Reinforced Dragon Bones, and just sit at the bank for around 3.1 mil XP per hour. It is a pricey method though. Also good is the Gilded Altar. If you have a player-owned house, it gives 3.5 times XP with both the incense burners lit. The only issue is running from the house to the bank, which is annoying. Construction. The fastest way for construction seems to still be reconstructing the Tier 3 command center in Fort 4 and 3, which is why Elder Frames are still quite expensive. This is a nice method for construction that it's AFK and high XP. If you want to save some cash, you can also create the 80 Elder Frames you need, which takes ages. If you have completed the Elite Prif tasks, you can get daily Elder Logs as well, which I have not done yet. You can expect around 850k XP per hour here for construction. Dungeoneering. I don't know why being in a dungeon seems to be depressing for some reason. I just target the skill with all of my daily lamps and bonus XP for a while and then sat in the Dungeoneering hole every time that the beach event was on. If you load up with all the boosts, you can pretty much AFK the hole and get 120 here. If you actually want to do dungeons, you can also head to World 77 and try and get groups there. For agility, I just use Silverhawks and keep them on while skilling other stuff. Pretty much I just wear these over the XP set for the other skills. Runecrafting still seems to be doing the soul altars, but I also like necro rune runs, and these ones do still sell better than the soul runes, which is nice. Just pick the highest level rune that you can do on necromancy. Herblore, on the way up, just make sure you do as many overloads as you can, as you use these for combat later usually. I think I still have about 400 of these sitting in the bank from my previous grind. Then after you unlock the Vol Bombs with bonus XP, these are like 2,800 XP per potion. Just stock up on the mats when they're cheap, and you can do about 5 to 10 minutes here and there, so it's not too much of a grind. It's like around 8 mil XP per hour doing Vol Bombs. For thieving, I kind of like the Prif thieving method. It's a good loot and XP, and you can just telly around Prif if you have the thieving outfit. Just head to the highest tier that is not on cooldown. I also saw that Crux Knights are really good XP and loot, but to get 100% here, you need the Trihane Exoskeleton set, Legendary 5-finger Discount Aura, Magpie Familiar Ardougne Cloak 3, Light Form, Crystal Mask. We will actually give you 100% success rate here. And you can get 540k XP per hour, and about 1.2 million GP per hour as well. Also, just lately I have started doing the farmer pickpocketing in Draenor just because I actually need the Starbloom flower seeds, but I'm not sure what the XP per hour is here. For crafting, I had this one listed as Dragonstone Cutting. Basically just buy Dragonstones and cut them. It's not super AFK, but it is really fast XP. You can expect around 600k per hour doing this. Now that they have added a few new methods in the 110 update, you would think that one of these new methods would top this. You can just buy the uncut Dragonstones for about 5,800 each, and they out for 6k, or you can just try and sell them on GE. Basically just load up the uncut stones and make sure you are wearing a crafting cape for the chance to cut all the stones at once. The fastest fletching XP method is still pretty much doing the dragon darts if you can afford it. This is a crazy expensive and fast method. The calculators for this for XP seem to be a bit crap. If I put it in there, 100 to 110 on Dragon Darts, it's about 6.7 billion GP loss, but it doesn't actually tell me what the XP per hour is here. So it mentions you can expect around 1.5 mil XP per hour doing dragon darts and 245 mil GP loss. If you want a slightly cheaper method, you can go for rune darts, which is 1.2 mil XP per hour and costs around 20 mil in materials. For Slayer, this is a fun one and breaks up the day a bit. Just go for your Slayer logs and enjoy it. Pick a Slayer master you like and just level that way. If you really want to grind this one, just pick Mandrith or Lanikia. Masters, depending on if you want tasks in the wilderness or not, and just smash them out. If you use a Scrimshaw of Sacrifice, you lose all the drops, but gain an additional 50% XP. But I prefer just getting the drops, as it is good GP usually. You can also change your preferred Slayer list to mobs that give more XP, or just ones that you prefer. If you have the Slayer Introspection Relic unlocked, which is 119 Archeology, so it's a high one, you will get 3 options when choosing a Slayer task as well. So just check the monsters and see which one is faster to finish and has more XP or loot per hour. Usually for Hunter, I just save up my Proteans and wait for double XP and then go find some Janinkos. But if you want to do the harder and less pay-to-win way, you can do Black Butterflies, I think, as they are Monarch Butterflies in Anacrondia. They mentioned the Wellgigs method, but I have not tested that one yet. Apparently it's very good XP. I think that I tried, but I need a better setup. Charming Moss in the Wilderness are quite good XP and also give Agility and Hunter XP as well. That's good because I'm talking about Hunter anyway. Doing the highest level Jadinkos on double XP you can get using Protean traps around 190 to 380k XP per hour. I think I was actually getting higher than that. It was really crazy XP for a while there. And plus it's totally AFK as well. If you know what the Ornate Tortles are they tortles or turtles? I don't know. On Uncharted Isles, these are also apparently good at 280 to 420k XP per hour. Divination. For Divination training, usually I just head up to the Skilling World and fill up the charges here, but I'm not sure if this is the best XP. While I was still leveling to 99, I did the caches every now and so, but it's been so long since I did them I can't even remember what the XP per hour here was. If you were concentrating here, you can get around 550k apparently. So for this one I would just head to World 79, which is a Divination training world, and do Incandescent Energy. There was a method mentioned where you could get upwards of 1 million per hour running dungeons with a good team, but good luck finding a Dungeoneering team. Mining. This is kind of my go-to AFK skill at the moment actually, apart from Archeology. If you want the most XP, just head to the Seren Stones. Really AFK, like click once every 15 minutes. If you use these Seren Stones, you can also get Corrupted Ore, which is a good way to level smithing, if you don't want to go down the road of burial armor sets. If you want to actually make some money, load up on porters, head over to light or dark animica ore, depending on which one is selling for more. I think I've bought about 20k of these lately, and they still sell for actually quite a decent price, around 6 to 7k per ore. So it's a nice bit of extra cash. You can expect around 100 to 200k XP per hour, depending on your setup. Also the geodes content is kind of nice. Smithing. Save up all your cash for Elder Burial armor sets, and do this during DXP. Also set all your bonus XP to smithing, as doing the Elder Burial sets costs a small or large fortune. But it's crazy good XP per hour. Last time I checked, you can get a casual 1.4 mil XP per hour in smithing here, and up to about 2.2 mil per hour doing Elder Rune Burial sets. Fishing. 2 words for this one. Fishing Frenzy. This is probably one of the most RSI things that is still in main RuneScape. You can get around 285k base XP here, but you will also wear out your mouse quickly and your fingers. If you want a more laid back approach, I usually just sit at the deep sea fishing hub swarm area, even though the XP here is only 110 to 130k XP per hour, but the loot is good and you can AFK quite easily. Cooking, rocktails, sailfish, and jugs of wine. If you want to train cooking while AFK fishing, you can get the bait and switch relic and just sit at the swarm area in the fishing hub. Using a portable range and sailfish, you can get around 380 to 450k XP per hour. Rocktails are around 315 to 380k per hour, depending on which one you want to buy a ton of, as raw sailfish are around 6k each, while raw rocktail are around 1k each. If you're doing the sailfish method, you will lose about half your money here as they don't resell very well. Jugs of wine, this one is one of those methods that loses a ton of cash, but it is traded for higher XP rates. Currently you lose about 114k GP per inventory making wine, but you can make upwards of 700k XP per hour using this method. If you want me to go further into any of the methods on this guide, let me know in the comments and I'll either reply or make a video on it if I have time. Oh man, this is a long one. Alright, up to firemaking. The absolute fastest way to level firemaking that I know of is by using the pitch can and protean logs. I have seen vias mentioned as well, as they give various levels of XP. You can also chuck on the Inferno adds relic and just go chop logs, but this is fairly expensive and not that fast, plus all the money you will be burning. For the protean logs and the pitch can method, you can get a base XP here of 770k per hour after level 99. If you use brawling gloves, clan avatar boost and DXP, you can get some crazy rates using this method if you have the proteans to burn. Man, this master farmer doesn't like me anymore. Because it's on cooldown, my 5-finger discount thing, so that is annoying. Anyway, what was I up to? Woodcutting. Set your dailies to woodcutting and extend. Do the evil trees. Daily divine trees can be good. Golden bamboo on the Uncharted Isles is probably the best XP at around 770k per hour using all the boosts. If you feel like doing a bunch of clicking, you can do the crystallize and lightform method, but this is quite a focused method. Plus, I don't actually have that unlocked. Crystal trees, man, I forgot about these ones. Nice and AFK, and just tell you to each tree. XP per hour at crystals is around 270-340k per hour. Elders sell really well and take ages to chop, which is good. You can kind of just sit there, or you can just sit at the eternal magic trees, although you do have to change trees fairly often on these ones. For farming, nice and easy. Put dragons in as many pens as you can. Cure the diseases, get urns, easy 1 mil passive XP every time the dragons grow to adults. It's actually really crazy the amount of XP you can get from these. Also, you can set your farm helper to collect the dragon eggs to sell these for a bit of extra profit every now and again. The other things I have in pens, which is okay for passive XP, is crystal or normal chin chompers. The yaks, as the milk sells for quite a lot. Sheep, but I'm not sure why. And those mushroom looking dudes in the other pen, which I can't remember the name of. Just use the cheapest food for most of them, like woad leaves and cheap fish for the dragon food. Summoning, if you have blue charms. I got most of mine from AFK Glaycore, which I think is still fine for the charms. You just can't do the geyser. Oh, you can do geyser titan pouches at Priff. It's quite annoying running back and forth from the bank, but I don't think there's an easier way to level this that I know of. The most efficient way to level summoning to 200 mil is to use a portable bank deposit box, but good luck finding one of them, near the Tavoli summoning obelisk and make geyser titan pouches. Pretty much you can't get these portable deposit boxes anymore because I think that they were deleted back in 2013. So you can try the following method. You can expect around 3.7 to 4.6 mil per hour doing Amlod runs. Man, that's a lot. Basically use an attuned crystal teleseed to Ithel and use this bank with preset, which I don't have. Basically just fill it up with your normal summoning stuff. Travel north using double surge, make pouches, tele back. You can expect around 5,900 pouches per hour if you can be bothered doing this for a full hour, which I probably can't. I think I can do these methods for about 10-15 minutes before I get totally bored of them. For Invention, finally finishing. Actually, we're not finishing with Invention because I found a whole bunch of skills after this one. Basically, to level this, make sure you have augmented items and just use a siphon on them when they get to level. I usually wait till level 12, but this might be wrong for max XP. This will level alongside other skills pretty well, so no point just focusing too much on it. Ah man, I just checked the list of skills and I'm still missing quite a few of them. Actually no, I'm only missing 2. So Necromancy and Archeology to go. And then all the combat skills which I covered kind of at the start. So for Necromancy, let me find this Master Farmer. For necro training, you'll probably want to head out to the wilderness and train on abyssal beasts. When I googled this, it said, you can find abyssal beasts in the abyss. You're like, mate, you can't find them in there. You still do nothing. Anyway, these ones you can get around 1.5 to 2 mil per hour depending on the gear. Just bring your cannon or coil here and put them all in there. Also had some bound skeletons sitting in my player owned dungeon that are pretty nice XP, but they seem to do quite a lot of damage.
You can get around 400k XP per hour in here if you have 5 bound skeletons in the dungeon. You do have to pay attention though, because otherwise they might take you out. If you want something super AFK but not super fast, you can head to the smoke dungeon and just sit here with 0 damage while they aggro for a while. If they stop aggroing, just head up the stairs and back down again, and they will go aggressive again. And the final skill, I think, is Archeology. This one does not really have a speed leveling method, especially if you want to complete all the collections. Once you have completed all the collections and relics, just pick a high level one to basically sit out with your auto screen and a bunch of porters, and then go and restore these and convert them to chronotes or disassemble them for some nice invention items. I've just been sitting at one spot for ages. It's nice to AFK and the materials sell pretty okay. I'm up to about 180 mil in Archeology just doing this so far. If I restore the items, I'd probably be 200 mil already, but I'm in no real hurry to max this one. So I think that is all. Have I missed anything on this guide? Probably. Anyway, let me know in the comments what I've missed or sections that could be improved. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.